Hi again, new episode, 2 new coffees, this time from TAP, which stands for Tapped and Packed, but they call themselves TAP these days. Right, we're starting with the Kenyan called IYEGO. A hint of something fruity.
Quite balanced.
Quite balanced. Delicate.
Let's say it's quite bold, but it's quite like a lighter body even.
Yeah, on the back of the throat I've got a nice kind of gloob of something, and on the front I get that sort of tail of juice, of fruit.
Citrusy on the front and then a tiny bit aromatic in the back. Well balanced.
What does it mean to be balanced exactly?
The opposite characteristics of a flavor and taste be matched to create a balance. So it's not too much on one side or too much on the other side. The general idea is that there's acidity, as you roast and the roast profile progresses, it's quite citrusy and acidic, and then it becomes into these flavors of caramel, nutty, chocolate, and it goes into burnt coffee. Balance is where you drop your beans from roaster. And it should be the sweet point where you have sugars and you have some acidity and you have some nutty.
So roasters are not always looking for balance?
They are, unless it's a very, very specific coffee and you want a very specific portion of that profile to stand out. We had that coffee from Bourbon that was quite limey, like a black tea with lime. It was kind of balanced, but it was way more distinct in the flavor notes. The black tea balanced out the acidity of the lime.
Black tea, lime, chocolatiness, maybe fruit.
Yeah, it's the harmony of all the flavors in the mouthfeel, in your mouth.
Onto the Ruwanda, which is called GIHOMBO.
GIHOMBO?
GIHOMBO. Smells like deep. There's a kind of tannin experience.
Tea-like.
Yeah.
Tea-like. You remember we had like a few Rwandans in a row that were all kind of raisiny?
Yeah.
This is not what it is.
Not raisiny.
Yeah.
Well, their flavor note descriptions are. They talk poetically. Expect bright tangerines and juicy red berries with a warm cedar spice finish. I don't even know what cedar spice is, do you?
No.
I could pick up spice in the vagabond we had. This one, I'm not sure yet. We'll slurp it. That really helps release the spice.
Like last time.
Spice?
I'm beginning to know the spice by tasting it in coffee.
Learn your spices through coffee. Yeah. Slurping does release more.
And if you swirl it, you get more of a tangerine.
Okay. It's clean.
Very clean.
It is bright.
Juicy.
Very juicy. What this doesn't have that I've had in Rwandans recently is a kind of velvetiness.
Oh yeah. It
doesn't have that, but that's what makes
That's what it makes it interesting as a Rwandan.
Exactly.
I'd say it's worth to mention that all these countries are kind of close together. So depending on the region you get it from, it can be more like the other country. So if you match the conditions closely, you can get different country but very similar tasting coffee.
I see. And we're drinking 2 washed coffees again, I should add. Now, at one point we're going to do an episode where we really talk about the differences between the washed, the natural, and all the different stages of fermentation that affect the coffee. And a washed, or fully washed, is the one that's the cleanest coffee, the one that has the berries removed at the earliest stage.
Yeah, you get more clarity. With naturals, you get more aromatic, more lingering aromas, as people describe it.
Funkiness, as I describe it.
I just wanted to note, I finished my coffees first, so I win.
It's not a race! I'm getting that almond you talked about. Yeah.
In the
after the sort of retro tasting. Yeah.
When it cools down, it becomes more nutty, chocolatey maybe.
Interesting. Your mouth tastes something biting and sharp, but then your nose retro tastes the almond.
That's also what the chemist said. When it cools down, different flavors have different temperatures to be experienced at.
Right.
So if something's hot, you only register the more intense or more bright flavors, like acidity. The more it cools down, the more you get the aromas.
Shouldn't you be wearing a white lab coat when you talk like this? Say it again.
It cools down.
Right, little taste test. Close your eyes and I'm going to see if you can guess which one is which.
See, that's a Kenyan.
Ding!
That's our one.
Well done.
I'd say this one was a bit more, as we said, chocolatey and nutty, and that one was peppery.
Peppery.
Well, peppery, spicy.
Spicy, yeah. Kenyan has this lovely kind of lift.
Lemon loaded.
Yeah. And the Rwandan has it's got this excellent sort of tannin experience you get in the back of your tongue. So these are 2 new coffees from Tap. You can buy them online and you can go to their 3 cafes in central London. So do check them out. Tap are definitely on point this month with their Ruwanda, GIHOMBO, and their Kenya, IYEGO. And don't forget to subscribe to find out more information from us about the latest coffees coming out every month.